Welcome back to this pick,
Welcome to the show, you guys.
and we're going to be talking about Colin cowherd war battle with Baker Mayfield and the Browns. Two parts of this story we're going to talk about. Last week, Colin Cowherd on his show, he was talking about how he was getting in like an argument with Baker Mayfield about how Colin was doing a segment and kind of criticizing Baker a little bit, but not that much. And Baker got mad and replied something along the lines of, "I don't take your opinion seriously. You just do this for clicks." And Colin did a segment on that and said that he doesn't do this show. He doesn't get paid for clicks. He has a contract and.
BS.
Yeah, to a certain degree, it is BS in my eyes. I mean, of course, if we are wrong on this, of course, correct us. But to my understanding, and Ryan might have a different opinion, but I don't think so. To my understanding, if the people watch the show, it's a number of people, which is ratings. Companies buy ads on this TV show, which makes money for FS1. And in turn, FS1 pays Colin a contract. If Colin wasn't getting these ratings, he wouldn't be getting a contract. They don't pay Colin Cowherd to have a show for just because they like him. And he gets paid somehow, and I'm pretty certain that's how. Because I really don't know any other way. He doesn't have a subscription service to his show,
Right.
so maybe I'm wrong on that. But I don't understand how he if I don't know how he doesn't make money from that. So
Okay, let's put it this way. Even if that ain't right and we're wrong on that, you gotta think about all the little clips he's put on Instagram and all the little clips that gets put on Facebook. Those are clips that they're seeing from that. So obviously they're gonna go bounce to that show. So if you want to even put it that way, he's getting clicks. So
Yeah.
either way, it's getting clicks, and it is the things you say like that. Is going to get you clicks, and he does. To me, he does that. He does that.
he does that.
He does. He ain't. I don't believe it. I don't believe he's as bad as Skip Bayless, but he's close. He's close.
I mean, I actually like him a lot. For the most part, I don't agree with everything he has to say.
If anybody, I should really not stand him. He's a Russ hater and he's a Baker hater, and I love both of those dudes.
And he talks a lot of crap about Aaron Rodgers too.
Yeah,
So.
yeah. So that's my other guy. So
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I think he's good at his job, though. I don't agree with everything he has to say, but he is entertaining. Anyway, second thing we're going to talk about is OBJ, Odell Beckham Jr., said that Baker Mayfield is going to be like Brett Favre and he's going to be a Hall of Famer. And of course, Colin had a lot of issues with that as well, and he said that he's never going to be a Hall of Famer and he's never going to be Brett Favre. Well,
First of all, one of his reasons of why he's not going to be is because he's a troubled kid that gets in trouble with the law, and I was like, that has nothing to do with his football career. I just had to say that. Like he throws that in there like it is going to affect his football career. It has nothing to do with it.
he uses the whole little police this, and then like Baker went to jail or something. He just got a little too drunk and did something.
Or it's affecting his career. By no
Right.
means he's still a number one pick
He did
overall.
something a little bit stupid, and he got suspended and brought a lot of shame to his name. And
did his time for that.
And University of Oklahoma as well. So yeah, I mean, it's
He
kind
did
of in the past, honestly.
Right, that's what I'm saying. He did his time. He did what he's supposed to do.
Yeah.
He apologized for it, and we're moving on. And he rehashes that crap.
Yeah. And Baker Mayfield's about to get married. He's a really good role model in the community of Cleveland. He does a lot of charity work. So, character's not really an issue with me when it comes to Baker.
And on the field either. Like, sorry to cut you off again,
Go ahead.
but that's the thing too. Is this whole incident where he grabbed his crotch? To me, that's just being competitive, man.
And people don't
That's
talk
stuff
about
like
the
that,
whole situation of Kansas was trying to hurt him that game. So I wasn't too happy about that.
And they didn't shake his hand at the beginning of the game. So they
wasn't too
were,
happy about that
yeah,
either.
they knew they were in form in that game right
so-
at that point.
Yeah, I didn't think that was a big a deal at that time. I still don't think that's a big deal.
No, I don't care.
I mean, my upside for Baker Mayfield is, Brett Favre, a bit better than Brett Favre because he
Yeah.
doesn't make the mistakes that Brett Favre does.
Yep.
He's not much of a gunslinger. That's my upside, and that's my ceiling. My floor for him is Matt Ryan. Honestly, their games are not super similar, but what I mean by Matt Ryan is like have one like amazing MVP type season and go to the Super Bowl, but outside of that, you're a pretty decent quarterback. But you're not elite or anything.
Yeah.
Pre-draft, my pre him actually playing, my comps are and my ceiling and upside and floor was Drew Brees or Case Keenum, about which that's kind of changed.
Yeah.
Other thing, Colin Cowherd thinks his ceiling is Case Keenum, which he's not really saying that anymore, but that initially was.
Yeah.
He's already a better quarterback than Case Keenum,
Already,
so
yeah.
that's ridiculous. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's definitely way too early to say if he's gonna be Hall of Famer or not. I mean, he just had one season, so. But I mean, if he stays healthy and keeps his head on straight and keeps on progressing, I could see it. He did break the record for rookie touchdowns. He has a great team around him. He has arguably the best GM in all of NFL. Definitely top 5. So he definitely has infrastructure. Honestly, I can see that happening, but I'm definitely not going to call it now. I'm not going to say he's going to be a Hall of Famer this second, but
Way too early.
way too early for that. But yeah, I mean, I'm not shocked by that statements by OBJ. I think it's a bit too early to say those things, but yeah, I mean, I'm not. I don't
Way
have
you feel, you way you feel. You know.
true, and I don't have a full. I don't. I'm not. Doesn't make me angry or trigger me or upset me or anything.
Right. Or, just player, when you're on the team, he might just, you might just be saying that just to give his quarterback even more confidence. Like, that's what you're there. If I'm on a team, I'm going to try to boost up my players around me. Even if you're being truthful or not. It's just the thing that you want to do to get your team going. But honestly, my opinion, I think he could be way better than Brett Favre. If anybody knows Brett Favre, it's me. So I love Brett Favre, but one thing that always bothered me about him was he caused a lot of turnovers, and he threw a lot of turnovers when they mattered the most, like in playoff situation games. I'll never forget the Giants game where he threw the interception, and they won the game off that interception. So he made a lot of bad mistakes, even though he had a great career and he made himself a great quarterback. I love him as a quarterback, but that was my one little niche about him, and that's the thing I don't think Mayfield is going to have. I don't think he's going to turn over the ball like that as much as Brett. Like, literally, I think, if I'm not mistaken, that Brett Favre is either number 1 or number 2 or number 3 in all-time interceptions. So
I think he's number 1.
yeah, I'm pretty sure he's number 1, but he maybe I don't know. I don't know the stats right now, but I think a couple years ago it said he was number 1. So I don't think he's going to be that terrible to where he's going to be, I don't even think he's going to be top 5 in interceptions. So I think he's going to be way better at that. So I think that's why I say I think he could be even better than Brett Favre. I would honestly say his floor right now is like a Donovan McNabb. I think he could be a really, really good player, and he just doesn't get over that hump. I think that's what's going to happen at his lowest right now. The way it's looking. I mean, like I said, maybe down the road, it might change. But right now, I don't know what his ceiling is. Like, as far as a player, I don't know who to compare him to. Like, as far as floor goes, yeah, Donovan McNabb, because he never won a ring, and he just never was super great. He was good. He was really good at like a 2 to 3 year span. But after that, he just kind of fell off and never was the same. So I could definitely say his floor could be in McNabb. I just don't know. I don't know. I have to sit on that one, and maybe the next pick I'll come up with something. But right now, I don't know his ceiling. I don't know who to compare him to be that good yet. I don't know. I want to say if he could reach his top, he could be a Joe Montana.
Okay.
I could say that for right now. But if he keeps going, I might change that. But right now, I'll say Joe Montana. I'll go with that.
We'll definitely give a little bit more thought to that, but that's great. Great comps.
Yep.
That's really all I gotta say about the whole situation.
Yeah.
Both are gonna be fine. Both are good at their crafts, but I mean, Colin Cowherd, he can be kind of a clown at times, and
Just say outlandish stuff.
yeah. So that's really all I gotta say about the situation when it comes to that.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat.
And before we go, I want to give a rest in peace and condolences and a thank you to the the kid that tackled that gunman in the Colorado shooting, and
His first name is Kendrick. I can't remember his last name off the top of my head.
he unfortunately passed away, saving other people's lives. So he's a true hero, and definitely give all my respect to him and his family. It's an unfortunate situation. So it's a really sad thing that bad things like this happen in the world in this country. So that's all I'm gonna say. We're not gonna get political or anything like that. Just want to say condolences to his family, and glad everyone else is okay.
Yeah, my thoughts and prayers go to his family and him and whoever else was close to that gentleman. Like I said, I remember his first name was Kendrick. I can't remember his last name off the top of my head, but yeah, he's just a hero, man. Like a lot of people in those situations duck and run and hide, which is a smart thing to do. But at the same time, he felt like he needed to do something, and honestly, probably saved a lot of lives doing
Yeah,
that.
he
So, I mean, nothing but respect for that gentleman. It's sad because he was about to graduate in like 3 weeks. So, yeah, he seemed like he had his head on his shoulders, and he was, trying to do the right thing and build his own path. And unfortunate things happen like this, and he felt like he needed to take action. And I never get mad at those people. Like a lot of people do. Like, what are you doing? Don't do that. But he saved a lot of other people's lives, man. If he didn't do that, I have an unfortunate feeling that a lot more people would have died. So
He might have died as well, and other people.
a
Might
lot
have
of
died
other
as well.
people. So I think of people like that as heroes.
Yeah, he
So,
definitely was.
Yeah, I absolutely respect that man 1,000%. And like I said, my condolences to him and his family and whoever's close around to that gentleman.
And before we go, I want to give another condolences to a kid that he was a high school football player. He was unfortunately shot and killed at his prom, ricochet bullet. That was a sad situation. He was really good at football and probably going to be able to go to college. And
Yep.
unfortunate thing is sometimes those bad things happen. Zeke Elliott, he paid for his funeral, and the salute to him, man. Yeah, it sucks, man. I just like the thing we just talked about. Bad things happen in this country and the world, and it's just sad. And I wish that wasn't like that, but yeah, condolences to his family. It's just a really terrible situation, and a really promising life is taken away way too early.
Yep. Yes, that's what I was about to say, actually, is another young gentleman that looked like he had his life together and, building something around him and something that, gave him, of course, a way out and something to rely on was football.
Mm-hmm.
And that's, like Adam said, it's taken away now. And it's a sad situation that, he caught that ricochet and, I think they said he was at a party or something, and ended up breaking out in a fight or something.
It was a party or a prom or something.
Yeah, and they ended up breaking out in a fight, and he just somehow got hit and ricocheted. So, just a really unfortunate situation. Like I said, a young man that was had a path to football and looked like he was going to build him a future and get out the situation he was in. And
Yeah.
sad, like I said, another sad situation. Condolences to his family and him and whoever's around him.
All right, that's all I got to say for this week.
Before we close it out, I want to give my condolences as well. He didn't pass away or anything, but he's our general manager, Ted Thompson, for the Green Bay Packers, is stepping down. He has a disease that is called, I think I'm getting it wrong, but autotomic or something like that disorder. It's some type of disorder that allows him to continue on GM in the team, so he had to step down. And my condolences to him. I'm sorry that you had to go through this, and it's a messed up situation. And you were amazing GM, by the way. I think you did an absolutely fantastic job at what you did, Ted. And yeah, I wish you a speedy recovery, and hopefully maybe you can come back as our GM. I would love that. So yeah, salutes off to Ted.
All right, that's all I gotta say.
That'll do it for me. Please comment, like, subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.